Namaste. Today we will be dealing about Sharangadhara Samhita. The contents of this slide are it gives a detailed description about the book, specialities of this book, important contributions, and then chapter wise discussion and at last conclusion. So, moving on to the first point, it is authored by Acharya Sharangadhara. Time period is 13th century and it is considered as one among the Lagutrayis. So there are mainly three khandas, that is Purva Khanda, Madhyama Khanda and Uttara Khanda. It has 7 chapters, Madhyama Khanda has 12 chapters and Uttara has 13 chapters. So in total there are 32 chapters and 2600 slokas. Sanskrit commentators and commentaries are mainly, we have mainly Deepika commentary by Adamalla, Gudartha Deepika by Bopadeva, Ayurveda Deepika by Rudra Bhatta, and the English commentators are Srikanta Murthy and Himasagar Chandramurthy. So the salient features of this, it is famous by the virtue of its practical usefulness. They have devoted one complete section, that is 12 chapters in Madhyama Khanda for Vaishijya Kalpana, and it deals with 2 separate chapters related to Dhatu Shuddhi and Rasa, that is 11th and 12th chapter of Madhyas respectively. Among Bruhatrai and Lagutrai, one book to explain about Shodhana, Marana, etc. details of Rasobharasa, and mineral drugs are widely used in almost all dosage forms like Taila, Asava, Vati, Lepa, etc. So moving on to the point of important contributions. Nadi Pariksha has been explained in detail. Snayu Krimi has been explained. We get the reference of Shukra, Stambhaga Dravyas, new drugs, Sahila, Bhang, etc. And in this particular book we have the reference related to the physiology of respiration in detail, and one specialty is that more usage of Vishadravyas and Rasaushadhis in Chikitsa has been advocated. More inclusion of Dharasveda, Shirovasti, Murda Taila, Vidalaga procedures, etc. There is also Chika Bharana Rasa Prayoga, and Acharya has mentioned about Parshani Daha and Visuchika, Stapani Daha and Yakrit Pliha, and Mana Paribhasha in detail. So moving on to the first khanda, that is Purva Khanda, Mangala Charana has been given, in which Acharya Sharangadhara offers his prayers to Lord Shiva and Parvati. And the first chapter in Purva Khanda is Paribhasha. In this, he has mentioned about the importance of Grantha, compilation of Chikitsa Anubodha Yogas for the benefit of Sajjanas. Mana Paribhasha has been mentioned in detail, both Kalinga Mana and Magadha Mana has been mentioned. Yoga Namakarana and Matra Vinishya has been mentioned. Kalingam Magadam Sreshtam is the reference which is found in this particular context of Paribhasha in Sharangadhara Samhita. And Aushadha Sangrahana Vidhi for Adra Dravya, Shushka Pranija Dravyas based on Bhumi and Kala, etc. has been given. And Anukta Paribhasha, Saviryadavati of preparations, metallic and mercurial preparation retain their potency for long time period. So moving on to the second chapter. In second chapter there is a reference of 5 Aushadha Sevana Kalas with indications. This is the specialty of this particular book, in which Acharya has limited the Sevana Kalas to 5. Dravya Lakshanas have been mentioned, 6 Rasas have been mentioned, and there 5 Mahabhuta Gunas have been mentioned. Virya, Vipaka, Prabhava Varnana is available. Dosha, Chaya, Prakopa, Prashamana as per the Kala has been given. Vada, Pitta, Kapha, Prakopa, Prashamana Lakshanas have been mentioned in second chapter. Moving on to third chapter, detailed description of Nadi Pariksha Sthana that has been mentioned, and Karasya Angushta Mule has been mentioned as Nadi Pariksha Sthana, Nadi Gati according to dosha dominance. That is, for example, in Vataja dosha dominance, the Nadi Gati will be Jaloka as that of similar to that of Jaloka or Sa. In Pitta as that of Kaga or Manduka. In Kapha as that of Lava, Tittiri, etc. Nadi Gati in Swastha and Vyadhita has been explained in detail. Duta Pariksha has been explained. Duta Lakshana has been explained. Vaidya Lakshana has been explained. Paricharaka Lakshana has been explained. Vaishya Lakshana has been explained. Chikitsa Yogi Rogi Lakshana and Shubha and Swapna has been explained. In the 4th chapter, has mentioned Dravya Lakshanas like Deepana, Pachana, Shodhana, Rechana, Sramsana, Shamana, Anulomana, Bedana, Vamana, Chedana, Lekhana, Grahi, Stambhana, etc. And one peculiarity is that he has included Shila Dravya, the drug which forcibly roots out the sticky doshas like Kapha dosha. In the 5th chapter, it mainly deals with Rachana Sharira. And Acharya has explained about Sharira Parichaya like Kala, Ashya, Tvak, Sandhi, Asti, Marma, Sira, Dhamani, Peshi, Kandara, Srotas, etc. And he has also mentioned Man Surupa, Dhatu, Malas and Upadhatu, Dosha, Varnana, physiology of respiration, Chikitsa, Mahatva, Buddhi, Dashendriya, Pancha Tanmatra, Varnana, etc. and Prakriti and Vikriti. In the 6th chapter, Acharya has explained about Ahara Dikati, mainly deals with Kriya Sharira aspect. Ahara Beda, Pachana of Ahara and its importance has been mentioned. Rakta Nirmana and Mahatva has been mentioned, and Garbha Avatarana has been given in 6th chapter. And Acharya has also mentioned about the Bala Beshaja Matra, mainly for Kashta Ushadis. That is for till in first masa, 1 rati is the dosage. Till 1 year, 1 rati is the dosage, and it should be increased every masa. And till 16th year, 1 masa increased every year. If Panchavida Kashaya has to be given, it should be 4 times to that of above mentioned. And he has also mentioned about Deha Prakriti Lakshanas, Nidra, Morcha, Brahma, etc. Moving on to the 7th chapter, that is Roga Ganana. It deals with Roga Beda. In this he has added about Snayuka Krimi, Daha, Urograha, Anaha Roga, Prameha Pitaka, Shuka Roga, Yoni Kanda, Panchakarma Vyapat, Sneha Vyapat and Upadrava. And Vishas also he has classified into 3, that is Thavara, Jangama and Kritrima. And Kalakutadi etc. comes under Thavara, comes under Jangama. Gara and Doshi Visha is mainly classified under Kritrima. And Sapta Dhatu Visha and Sapta Ubadhatu Vishas have also been mentioned. Now moving on to the next part, that is Madhyama Khanda. The first chapter deals with Swarasa Kalpana. It includes Panchavida Kashaya Kalpana, Swarasa Nirmana Veda. As Anagnasiddha is considered as Guru, the dosage is half pala, and Agnisiddha is considered as Lagu, the dosage is 1 pala. And the Prakshepaka Dravyas Matra examples of various Swarasa Kalpana has been mentioned in detail. Acharya has also mentioned about Putapaka Vidhi and examples, and some of the Swarasa examples have been given such as Kutasa, etc. Second chapter is completely dedicated to Kvata Kalpana. Acharya has mentioned about Kvata Kalpana, the procedure of preparing Kvata, how the Dravya is taken in 1 part and added with 8 part of water and reduced 1 by 8 part. He has mentioned about the Vindhi, Panavidhi, Prakshepaka Dravya, Matra of Kvata, that is 2 pala. And he has quoted example of Kudichi, Parpat, Amrutashtaka, Punimbadi, Trifaladi, Punarnavadi Kvata, etc. And some of the Upakalpanas have been mentioned, such as Pramatya, Yavagola, Shadangapaniya, Ushnodaka, Kshirapaga Nirmana and their utility. Also mentioned about Patya Kalpana, that is Peya, Vilepi, Bhakta, Manda Nirmana and its usage. Moving on to has been mentioned here, drug is taken in the quantity of 1 and added with 4 part water. Matra is 2 upala. And some of the examples which he has quoted is Brihat Madhuka Pushpadi and Amradi Lagu Madhuka Pushpadi Vanda. And Manta is taken in drug is taken in the ratio of 1 and water is added in the ratio of 4. Karjuradi Manda is the example which has been quoted. Moving on to the 4th chapter, Hima Nirmana. Here the quantity of drug is 1 and the amount of water which is added is 6 and the matra is 2 pala. Ichadi, Nilotpaladi, Amrata, Dhanyaka Hima, Dhanyaka, Adya Hima, etc. And the 5th chapter deals with Kalka Nirmana. Acharya has given a detailed description about how Kalka has to be prepared. Matra, that is 1 Karsha. He has also quoted examples of Nimba, Rasona, Pipalyadi, Tanduliya, Ankota, Abhyadi, Trivrtadi, Tilashunti Kalka and Prakship. And 6th chapter Acharya has mentioned about Churna Nirmana and in detail step by step explanation of the same is there. And Matra is 1 Karsha. Some of the examples quoted are Amlaki, Pippali, Panchakola, Ashtavarga, Sudarshana, Talisadi, Sitobaladi, Lavanavaskara Churna, etc. And the Prakshepa Dravya Matra has been given, that is Guda. If Guda is taken as Prakshepa Dravya, Matra is equivalency. And Sevana Vidhi, that is along with Grutadi. If you are using Gruta as for mixing up the Churna, it should be taken 2 times. And if you are taking it along with, that is if you are taking along with Grutadi, it should be taken 2 times. And if you are taking it along with Dravadraviyadi, it should be taken 4 times. Here Dravadraviyadi refers to Toyadi Dravas. And Anupana, Acharya has mentioned about Anubhava, the concept of Anubhavana and Bhavana in this particular chapter. Panjanimba Churna contains Lohavasma. This is a specialty of this particular chapter. Navayasa Churna, in which 9 parts of Loha, that is Hata Ayasa. Then moving on to the next chapter, that is Kutika, Acharya has given the synonyms of Vati and also given the preparation of Sanjeevani, reference of Sanjeevani Vati, Vyoshadi Vati, Chandraprabha Vati, Kankayana Vati, etc. He has also mentioned about Yogaraja Gugulu, Kaishwara Gugulu, Trifala Gugulu, Kanchanara Gugulu, Okshuradi Gugulu, etc. Nirmana has been explained in detail, and Mana of Guda, which has to be taken at 2 times. Gugulu equivalent Sita 4 times during the preparation of the same. Moving on to the 8th chapter, Leha Nirmana has been explained in detail, and references of Kandakari Avaleha, Chanaprasha Avaleha, Kushmanda Avaleha, Surana, Agastya Haridaki, Kutajashtaka Avaleha, etc. are given in detail. And Acharya has also mentioned about some of the Siddhi Lakshanas of Leha, that is Santumatva, Apsumajjana, Pidite Mudra, Gandhavarna Rasodbhava, etc. He has also mentioned about the Anupanas. Moving on to the 9th chapter, that is Sneha Paga Vidyadhyayam, in which Acharya has quoted about the mode of preparation, method of preparation of Sneha. Acharya has mentioned the quantity as 1 part of the Kalka has to be added with 4 part of Taila or Gruta or the Sreha Dravya, and it should be added with 16 part of Drava Dravya or water if it is not blended. Then the Kwada Vidhi for Sneha Paga, that is it should be then reduced to 1/4. Kwada Vidhi for Sneha Paga has been explained in detail, that is the drug is taken in the ratio of 1 and 4 parts of water is added, and then it is reduced to the quantity of 1/4. The Kwada Vidhi based on Katinada and Pramana of Dravya is taken, and Acharya has also mentioned about for Sneha Paga, and there is a reference of Sneha Siddhi Lakshanas, in which Lakshanas have such as Vartivat, Agni Nikshipte, Shabdahina, Fenodgama in Taila, and Fenishanti in Sarpi, and Gandhavarna Rasotpati has been explained. Then Sneha Paga Prakaras have been mentioned, that is Rado, Madhyama, Khara, Dagda, Ama, and its utility has been given in detail, and Kala Nirdesha in Kridati Kalpanas have been given in this particular chapter. Moving on to the 10th chapter, that is Sandhana Kalpana. Acharya has explained the detailed methodology of preparation of Sandhana. He has also given references about the Vedas of Asava and Arishta. Some of the examples are Ushirasava, Kumaryasava, Lohasava, Vidangarishta, Khadrarishta, Draksharishta, Dashamularishta, etc. And Sidhu, Sura, Prasanna, Kadambari, Jagala, Surabija, Varuni, Shukta, Madhushukta, Tushambhu, Saviram, Kanjiga Nirmana, etc. have been mentioned in detail in this particular chapter. Lohasava is asava which is prepared, in which Loha Churna is also added, and Kumari asava contains Loha Bhasma and Dhatu Makshika. So moving on to the 11th chapter of this particular Khanda. 11th chapter is Dhatu Shuddhi. Acharya has mentioned about 7 dhatus, that is Swarna, Rajata, Tamra, Pittala, Loha, Naga, Vanga, Vidhi, and even 4 is also mentioned. Dhatu Shodhana has been mentioned, 7 Upadhatus has been mentioned, that is Swarna, Makshika, Tutta, Abraka, Neelanjana, Manashila, Haratala, Rasaka, Shana Vidhi, and Ratna Shodhana and Vajra, Vaikranda, Bhasma Vidhi, etc. have been mentioned. Shilajati Shodhana, Mandura, Bhasma, Kshara preparation has been mentioned. Then in 12th chapter, there is a detailed reference about Rasa. Acharya has mentioned about Parada Guna, Nama, Shodhana, and Grahanusara Dhatu, Gandhaka Shodhana, and Hingula Shodhana Nirmana, Parada Bubhukshakarana, Marana, Rasaushadis has been mentioned. Then Sujika Avarana, Rasa, the mode of administration, that is by Prachana or Siras, has been explained in detail. And here we have the references in which it is explained that Parada overcomes all disease, provides strength. Parada processed on all auspicious days, gives both Deha and Loha Shuddhi. And Paryaya Padas of Parada has been mentioned. And some of the yogas which has been mentioned in the chapter is Jwarangusha, in which the dosage is 1 Nishka, and Anupana is also mentioned. Nadarasa, Ananda Bhairava, Icha Vedi, Naracha, Vasanta Kusumagara, Raja Mraganga, Udayaditya, Agni Tundi, Grahanika Vatarasa, Mraganga Potali, Hemagarva Potalasa, Mahajwarangusha Rasa, which is administered in the dosage of Soji Mukha. Moving on to the last Khanda, that is Uttara Khanda. First chapter contains Chaturvida Sneha Beda, Matra, Anupana and Pana Kalas, Sneha Yoni, Sneha Yamaka, Trivrata and Mahat, Sneha Matra Vinishya and its Guna, Yogya Vyaktis for Sneha Bana, Sneha Jirna Lakshanas and its Chikitsa, and Sneha Sevana Phala. The second chapter deals with 4 types of Svedana, Tapa, Upanaha, Drava, Ushma and its Prayoga. And Svedana has been Shabeda. Svedana Yogya, Samyak and Adhisvinna Lakshanas has been explained. Dravya Pramana in Avagaha Sveda has been given. And Svedana Phala explained in detail. Moving on to the third chapter, Acharya has dealt with the Panchakarma procedure of Vamana here, and he has given details about Vamana Virechana Kala, Vamana Yogya Purusha, administration of Vamana and Vamana Yogyas by Akanda Purana of Yavago, Kshira, Takra, etc. Vamana Dravya Pramana, Vamana Vidhi, Durvanata, Ativanta, Samyak Vanda Lakshana, that is Durvanta, Adivanta. Durvanta is a person who cannot be administered this particular Vamana, and Ativanta, Samyak Vanda Lakshanas, Upadrava and its management. Importance of Sneha and Svedana before Shodhana is also explained. Moving on to the fourth chapter, that is Acharya has explained about the concept of Virechana here. Virechana Yogya Purushas have been explained, and Vamana Rahita Virechana Dosha, Virechana and Shodhana Phala, Virechana Yogya, Trivida Koshta and Matra according to Deshana based on mana vekas and antika lakshanas, samyak durvirikta adivirikta lakshanas, and virechana pariharya vishayas and phala. In the 5th chapter, Acharya has mentioned about Vasti Karma. 2 types of Vasti has been explained, that is Hastapana and Anuvasana Vasti. And Acharya has also mentioned about Matra Vasti, then Yoga Ayoga of both type of Vasti, that is both Hastapana and Anuvasana Vasti. He has also described about Vasti Netra, Dravya Netra Pramana, Akara and Parihana, and Vasti Putaka, the Dravyas which can be used, and Basti, the time of administration based on Vaya and Ratu, Matra, Daha, Matra, Danavidhi, Paschat Karma, and Samyak Anuvasita Lakshana, Upadrava and its Pratikara. He has also mentioned about 76. And in the 6th chapter, Acharya has mentioned about Niruha Vasti, its Matra, Yogya, Yogya, Prayoga Vidhi, Patya, Patya. Dravya Mishrana Vidhi for Vasti Karma. Lavana is mentioned first in the Mishrana Vidhi, and Utkleshana, Doshahara, Shodhana, Shamana, Lekhana, Brahmana, Pichila and Divana Vasti has been mentioned. We also have the reference of Madhutailika Vasti, Yuktarada Vasti, Siddha Vasti, etc. And in the 7th chapter, Acharya has described about Uttara Vasti, Netra, Matra, Prayoga Vidhi in children, male and female, Samyak Yoga, Vyapati and treatment are told as similar to Snehavasti. Acharya has also mentioned about Phalavarti in this particular context. And in the 8th chapter, Acharya has dealt with Nasya, its Nirukti, Kala, Yoga, Yogya, Matra, and 2 Bhedas, that is Rejana Nasya and Snehana Nasya. And under Rejana Nasya, Avabhedana and Pradhamana, Marsha and Pradimarsha Nasya, its Matra, Kala, Yoga, Yogya has been dealt with, and Nasya Grahana Vidhi has been explained in detail. Nasya, Shuddhi, Hina, Ati Yoga and Upachara has been explained in detail. Acharya has also mentioned about Panchakarma. And in 9th chapter, it deals with Dhumapana Vidhi, the Avadhi which has to be followed, and Yogyas, and also 6 types of Dhumapana. And he has also described about and references related to Vrana Dopana and Balagraha Nashaka Dopas have been mentioned. And in the 10th chapter, we have the reference of Kavala Gandusha Vidhi and its differences. And Trivida Pratisarana has been explained, that is Kalka, Avaleha and Churna. Samyak Hindusha has been explained. In the 11th chapter, we have the concept of Lepa Vidhis explained, that is Apna, Vishagna and Varnya. Then Lepa Vidhis, which are mainly classified into Pralepa and Pradeha, has been explained. Also, Vruna Shodha Chikilsa Krama has been mentioned, Murdha Thaila, and its 4 types, that is Abhinga, Parishega, Pichu, Basti has been explained, Shirovasti Vidhi and its Kala is explained. Here Acharya has also explained about Karna Purana. And in 12th chapter, there is a reference of Rakta Mokshana, Matra, Kala, Labha, Yogya, Yogya and Phala. And then Shuddha, Rakta Lakshana, Rakta Vriddhi, Kshay and Dushti Lakshana, 4 type of Rakta Mokshana based on dosha, sites of Agnikarma Vidya according to And in 13th chapter, Acharya has mentioned about the 7 Netra Kriya Kalpas, that is Seika, Shotana, Pindi, Vidalaka, Tarpana, Potapaka, Anjana, and all the Vidhis and Samik Lakshanas has been explained in detail. Acharya has also mentioned about Anjana, Beda and Matra, that is Lekhana by Oha, Pashana, Shalaka, Ropana by Anguli, Snehana by Swarna, Rajata, Shalaka, and the second one, that is based on Gutika, Rasa or Churna usage. Shalaka should be 8 Angula with Lakshana edges and Kalaya Parimandala, and Varti is also explained. And he has also explained about the Netra Raksha Mahatva. So I would like to conclude that the methodological and rational way of explaining concepts of Paishya Kalpana has been made in this Samhita and that has led to the use Samhita as a sole referral book for this particular subject of Paishija Kalpana. Thank you for listening.